Welcome to Ranjit's classes. We are back with a moral video on the poem, For Annie Gregory, written by W.B. Yeats. Poem, For Anne Gregory. Poet, William Butler Yeats, 1865-1939, he was an Irish nationalist. He was educated in London and Dublin, and was interested in folklore and mythology. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. Yeats published several volumes of poetry during this period, notably Poems, 1895, and The Wind Among the Reeds, 1899, which are typical of his early verse in their dreamlike atmosphere and their use of Irish folklore and legend. But in the collections In the Seven Woods, 1903, and The Green Helmet, 1910, Yeats slowly discarded the pre-Raphaelite colors and rhythms of his early verse and purged it of certain Celtic and esoteric influences. In 1917 Yeats published The Wild Swans at Coole. From then onward he reached and maintained the height of his achievement, a renewal of inspiration and a perfecting of technique that are almost without parallel in the history of English poetry. Welcome to our video presentation of W.B. Yeats' poem, For Annie Gregory. In this video, we will explore the profound themes of beauty, self-worth, and the nature of love. Explanation. Never shall a young man, thrown into despair by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear, love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. The speaker, addressing Annie Gregory, says that her beautiful honey-colored hair can make any man fall in love with her. This love is not for Annie but for her beautiful external features. Her beautiful hair is compared to wool, symbolizing outer beauty. This beauty can capture any man's attention. But he may not be able to look beyond that into Anne's character. So the speaker says that no one can love Annie for what she is. One can love her only for her beautiful yellow hair and her physical beauty. But I can get a hair dye and set such color there, brown, or black, or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone, and not my yellow hair. These verses reveal Anne Gregory's contemplation of changing her hair color to see if young men will love her for more than just her appearance. Love should embrace the person within, regardless of their physical attributes. In this stanza Annie replies to the speaker that she can change the color of her beautiful hair and dye them in black, brown, or carrot. She wants to tell the speaker that anyone falling in love with her must see the actual person behind the beauty. She thinks that young men, who fall in love with her, must love her for what she is and not for her yellow hair. But yesternight declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. In the last stanza, the speaker replies to Annie about the importance of love for internal beauty, not the external one. The speaker talks about an old religious man, who announced that he had found a text in which it is written that only God is capable of looking beyond external beauty. He means that humans do not have the insight and understanding to look into the soul of a person. They are swayed away by the glitter of outer beauty. Therefore, only God can love Anne only for herself and not for her physical beauty. These lines challenge societal perspectives and suggest that genuine love transcends human standards. True love is about embracing the soul, appreciating the person for who they are beyond the surface. Camera returns to the tranquil landscape. As we reflect on these verses, we are invited to consider the profound nature of love, a love that sees the inner beauty within us all. Word meanings. Despair, hopelessness, here it means failure in succeeding or even expecting to get the love of Annie Gregory. Ramparts, a defensive wall of a fort, but here it means a lock of hair around the ears. Here it is a metaphor as her hair covers her face like ramparts cover and protect a castle. Dye, a substance used to change the color of hair. Carrot, of carrot color. Yesternight, the previous night. The poem comprises 3 stanzas. The summary is given here stanza-wise to make it more comprehensible and enjoyable. The poem is a conversation between a young man and a young lady, Anne Gregory, known for her beautiful hair. In the first stanza, the speaker, a young man, says that her beautiful honey-colored hair can make any man fall in love with her. This love is not for Annie but for her beautiful features. Anne's gorgeous hair has been compared to walls, symbolizing outer beauty that prevents anyone from looking inside her soul. This beauty can capture any man's attention so that they may never be able to look beyond that beauty and into Anne's character. This is what makes the speaker believe that no man can love Anne for what she is, without her beauty. One can love her only for her beautiful yellow hair and her beauty. She says that what is visible from the outside is very superficial and not important. She gives an example of her beautiful hair, that she can change the color of her hair and dye it black, brown or carrot. Just like the color of her hair is changeable, outer beauty of any kind is changeable and hence not true. She wants to tell the speaker that anyone falling in love with her must see the actual person behind the beauty. Annie thinks that young men, who fall in love with her, must love her for what she is and not for her yellow hair or outward appearance. In the third and final stanza of the poem, the speaker replies to Anne's statement about love for internal and not for external beauty. The speaker mentions an old religious man, who announced that he had found a text in which it is written that only God is capable of looking beyond external beauty. Here speaker means that humans do not have the depth and understanding to look inside the soul of a person. Humans are always carried away by the shine and glitter of outer beauty and they never care to know the person behind the beautiful appearance. Therefore, the speaker concludes that only God can love Anne only for herself and not her beauty. Morals and message of, for Anne Gregory. 1. True love is never based on physical attributes alone. 2. True love is only based on the inner beauty of heart, mind and soul. 3. It is only God who loves his people selflessly. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of W.B. Yeats, for Anne Gregory. May it inspire us to seek love that transcends appearances and values the essence of each individual.